Howdy folks, Gabriel here, just soaking up some late evening sun, hoping the bit of a breeze here doesn't get in the way of hearing me. So this video is on the subject of nuclear power, and I'm not an expert by any means, but all you need is a few basic facts to understand how categorically insane nuclear power is. So the first thing people really need to know about is that the Fukushima disaster, the nuclear meltdown that occurred in Japan as a result of the earthquake and tsunami in March of 2011, is not over. Far from it. At least as I understand. I mean, I don't really know what to believe at this point, but I've been coming across various articles stating that the nuclear power plant is out of control. It's still leaking nuclear waste into the ocean. And the last article that I read said that it was so bad that basically the workers have had to abandon the plant. And that is an absolutely, completely terrifying scenario. That means nuclear waste is going to be leaking into the ocean for who knows how long, and that's going to affect everybody worldwide. So I'll go ahead and put some links down below the video here for some articles about that, so people can read up on it for themselves. But it's just unbelievable that there's absolutely no mention of this whatsoever in the mainstream news. I mean, it isn't unbelievable. It's, you know, obviously a news blackout, but you'd think at least some kind of alternative news source would pick up on this. I'll do a little more searching around and see if I can find some kind of mainstream or more mainstream information on this. But that is an absolutely horrible situation if that is the case. The thing is, Fukushima aside, it is still absolutely insane to be harnessing nuclear power. And here's why. There's hundreds of nuclear power plants around the world. I don't know how many offhand. And they all produce nuclear waste that has to be stored responsibly for thousands of years. And so there's fact number one. Fact number two, civilizations rise and fall. Those two facts is all you need to understand to know how insane nuclear power is. There's absolutely no assurance that our current civilizations are going to keep on going for thousands of years, and that there will be people around who understand nuclear power and the, you know, extreme danger of nuclear waste and will be taking care of it responsibly. Far from it. There are major threats to the planet right now and to our civilizations that you know, could result in massive changes occurring within, you know, the next century. You know, global warming, the possibility of an economic collapse, which appears imminent based on everything I've been coming across. Solar flares. You know, these nuclear power plants have backup power in case the power goes down that is good for a couple of days, as I understand it. If you have a major, you know, nationwide or worldwide incident that knocks out the power grids for weeks or months or years, you have hundreds of Fukushima disasters going on around the world, because you have all these nuclear power plants that their backup power, you know, will only last a few days, and once that runs out, they start heating up, and then you have a meltdown situation just like Fukushima, and you have nuclear waste pouring out of these nuclear power plants, and you're looking at the very distinct possibility of the extinction of all life on planet Earth. So anyone who knows those basic facts and yet goes forward with producing nuclear power is just plain insane. You know, with any kind of foresight, then it's obvious that this is an absolutely absurd way to be gathering energy when there are, you know, so many other ways to gather energy. We're risking the absolute eradication of all life on planet Earth. That's what's at stake here. So it's a situation that we're on the horse and it's running away, and I don't see how you stop it at this point. That isn't a very good analogy, because a horse will stop running eventually or die or whatever. But we're just on this runaway train, and the only conceivable resolution would be for all nuclear power plants right now to be shut down and the nuclear waste disposed of properly. I mean, I don't know if that's even conceivable at this point, because you have this nuclear waste that has to be managed in some way, I assume. But anyways, obviously that's not going to happen. So this is a extremely disconcerting situation, to say the least. It's so far beyond World War III, or just solar flares by themselves, or Planet X possibly showing up and causing major earthquakes and volcanoes. It dwarfs all of these possibilities, because nuclear power or nuclear waste is an issue that has to be dealt with for thousands and thousands of years, and there's no reason whatsoever to assume that responsible human beings with the knowledge and capability to do so are going to be around managing this nuclear waste. So it's an insane situation. That's all you can say. Thanks for watching.